We're back here, Pro League. It's all tied up 1-1. Zest getting a win here for KT, making it interesting. We're about to jump into our third game of the matchup. It's going to be TY versus GuMiho, TBT on Coda.
It's going to be a lot of fun, Valdez. I'm looking forward to this one. Not a bad song at all. But yeah, both these players that we were speaking before the break. TY, he's a lot more standard than GuMiho, but he's also got his own flavor for a lot of these matchups. Whereas GuMiho, he just loves his mech, man. He loves his mech, and he loves to do it his way, either well. But, you know. Either a well. Rune 5 Sugar. I hate the song because I hear it so much, Valdez.
I still like it. I haven't gotten sick of it just yet.
It's a nice love song, I guess. Is it about love? A lot of these songs are just about sex, Valdez.
All these dirty modern songs.
I didn't approve at all.
That these guys are listening to these days.
Kids these days, man.
Anyway, I do like the song still. TY versus GuMiho on Coda, game number 3, right now. Down here in the bottom right, in the red for KT Rolster, it is TY.
And up here in the top left, we do have the MVP Terran, GuMiho. Tal Terran has 420 HPM. You think that'd be the APM of Blaze, right?
Yeah.
That should be his APM, fellas.
It has to be stuck there.
Capper HD.
Carappa HD, man.
Quacker HD, Valdez.
We still haven't put Quacka, by the way, on our Twitters. And no one knows what Quacka is yet. It'll remain a secret till the end of time.
Till the end of time, Valdez.
We're never going to put Quacka. It's not going to happen.
Well, let's see what these guys are going to open up with. We do already see the supply depot at the ramp for TY. What does that mean? Not too much so far. Not really much at all.
Yeah. No weird kind of proxy Rax Reaper or anything stupid like that. We do get to see this game go a little bit later at least. We will see GuMiho go for the gas first. TY just going to go for the Rax.
Maybe TY planning to be a little bit more aggressive this time as round, as we do see quite often, especially on these two-player maps. And wouldn't be surprised GuMiho just going to play standard, maybe even go for Raven Tech, you know, just deviate into the mech slowly, safely. We do see quite often as well. Cool. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Would be a bad choice against, you know, gas first as well.
Well, just going to see this game flesh out a little bit here. Looks like TY may just go for Reaper, although the gas was a bit late. Not going to have it exactly. They're going to make a Marine first.
Yeah, probably just going to go into that factory from there, nice and quick. Wouldn't be surprised. And as for our friend TY, instant factory before anything else. Busting out the tech. Oh, sorry, GuMiho. There we go. I completely mixed it up, Valdez.
It's all good.
Thank you.
You got it now.
I got it now, TY.
That's what matters.
Yeah. I don't know how I mixed that up either.
You're fine, mate.
I'm on another planet, man.
We're still back in Spain. You know my schedule is still not 100%.
Yeah, I'm sleeping all day.
It's funny how that works. I don't know.
I'm sleeping all day. I'd be asleep right now if I was at home.
Yeah. And by the way, they're doing construction on my house. So they do it during the day, of course.
Oh.
So when I sleep, they're doing construction.
Yeah, I had actually drilling in the room next to me today, which is interesting. It's really annoying.
What are they drilling in their room?
I have no idea. Well, here we go. A quick starport with the tech lab. And for GuMiho, so make sure I get that one right.
Looks like it might be bouncies here. Same from TY. We'll see if either of them wants to go for that same kind of Raven play you were talking about.
Neither player is going for an early scout either, just simply staying up until, you know, we're finally seeing a scout with Hellion looking for a proxy. But besides that, just playing very safe.
Yeah, TY didn't leave his base.
Yeah, and we are seeing that quick start fort with Tech Lab as well.
Okay, so Banshee here from GuMiho.
Okay.
And a Widow Mine first for TY. But he does have a lot of gas banked up.
I wouldn't mind. It's probably just going to be that defensive Widow Mine and a Raven.
Ooh.
There we go. So TY is playing that defensive style, and GuMiho is going to be the one pressing it.
Yeah, also Widow Mine on the way here for GuMiho.
Yeah.
See if he just keeps that at home for defense. Probably will do so.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see GuMiho at one point move across the map with those Marines and Widow Mine. Maybe after he's kind of identified what's going on and try and press in front. Oh! Big hit there. That's actually a rare thing as well for a Hellion to get hit by Widow Mine if it's running on by. So a little bit of a mess up there. Gonna put TY just a little bit further ahead.
I guess it was just in a pretty good position there on the ramp. I
Yeah.
had good vision of it as it was coming up.
I think maybe the Hellion must have been like on an angle as well, so to give it the Widow Mine enough time to target it.
Well, we do have the first Banshee coming in, but TY is ready. The units aren't really in position, though. They're on the left side of the base.
Yeah, here we go. GuMiho's micro is pretty sick. Look at that. He has used this. He's done this infinity times at this point. Just absolutely beautiful micro with the Banshee.
Oh, look at this against the Marines.
It's not enough Marines, man. It's like if he can pick off a few more, he could actually just bully them completely.
Yeah. I remember when that was a big thing early on in TVT. It would just be sniping out a bunch of Marines, the micro of the Banshee against the Marines, staying just out of range. But these days, I guess that Viking a bit more popular. Did you see TY getting that out?
Yeah, look at this. A very quick gas on that natural. Maybe a little too quick, some would say, considering the CC hasn't finished
Double
yet.
gas.
Double gas before CC's finished. That, you know what that means, Valdez? Mech.
Yes. That means GuMiho. I thought that's what you were going to say. Like, that just means that's the way that GuMiho is going to play because that's how he always does. These Widow Mine's actually just going to be a little bit late, but he is going to scout that medevac moving across the map.
All right, well, here we go. Moving across the map.
TY being very patient with that orbital. He's waiting a long time to drop that down.
Yeah, certainly so. GuMiho is getting his mech up and running in a big way. Got that full gas now, and TY is still looking to take that natural. Look at this, a double tank drop. This is interesting.
Where is that going to go?
I think he might want to try and snipe out the refineries. You know, he's going to have like that little sort of positioning to do so.
That is pretty technical, I would say, if he is going to go for that. But maybe he's just boosting it over, too, to push with the Marines.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he didn't go for a drop with the Marines.
Here we go.
Look at this. I mean, there's only one tank out so far for GuMiho.
Oh, man. This could actually do a lot of work here. I like this position. Here we go. Setting up outside or behind the base here. Going to be under fire from a tank instantly there.
Yeah, the auto turret coming down, too. Immediately, one of the tanks coming down. 3 auto turrets here for TY. But a really nice repair on that one tank. And the 2 Vikings getting to work on the Raven.
There's just not enough here. Not enough here at all for TY. Only 1 tank left over. More than enough Marines to clean this up.
Yeah, and he's got these Vikings in the air to take out all the air units. Kind of a botched drop here. Gonna lose everything.
Oh,
maybe this can do a bit more damage.
I think this one might do a lot more damage, Valdez. We see 1 tank here. That's got to be careful there. No stim on these Marines, though, so the tank can kite at least a little bit here. Oh.
Popping in now, trying to focus down that Raven.
Wow, got a Raven, only losing 1 Marine, getting out alive. Great play from TY, you know, to kind of salvage after all that damage was taken in the natural, not really getting anything done. Losing that drop completely.
Yeah, pretty cool styles so far from him, going for tank and Marine drops.
So I wonder who that favors more in the end of all things. I think it might just favor the mech player because, you know, he's stabilized. They're on equal supplies still. That 3rd orbital is researching right now.
That's the biggest thing, I think. TY still no 3rd orbital. Not even a 3rd CC on the way.
Yeah, so TY is going to have to keep applying the pressure here. He's making more racks. He's got his production up and running now. Sim is still a while away, but the Marauder production is beginning as well. It's about kind of doing the damage from here on out. Keep the drops coming before the tank count gets too high, before there's too much anti-air. Keep applying that pressure and actually get ahead in bases, which is something that you'd see a lot of bio players do at this point in the game. They'd be trying to take more bases, get ahead in economy so they can transition after the bio gets more redundant.
It's almost like TY is going for some kind of two-base timing with like +1 stim and combat shields, but I don't know how much it's really going to do. We do see 2 tanks popping out at a time for GuMiho. This map has got some decent area in the main where you can go for some good drops, but we do see some Vikings already out here for GuMiho, 4 of them. 2 of them are up near that natural, 2 towards the main.
Ooh. Yeah, he's going to need a pretty decent turret line for what TY has in store. Just going to be applying a lot of pressure with these drops, and then he's going to throw down the third, at the third.
That's one way to do it. If you are going to get it a little bit later, you can put on the pressure and go for that.
Well, these tanks are pretty spread out here. You know, a good drop on a couple of these would actually go a long way. And now the stim is just about to finish up as well as combat shields.
And +1.
There's a scan. Kind of see what everything is about here, but oh, this scout with the Hellions is crucial. He knows exactly where the army is. He knows that he's fiending for a drop.
Fiending for a drop, indeed, Moonglade.
Sorry, man. Blaze has got me on there.
These Hellions are going to be annoying. Actually going to delay that third CC from coming down. It's pretty big.
That is big. You know what? That natural's pretty exposed as well. You know, 2 tanks next to each other. That's not going to defend against the drop very efficiently.
Yeah, he's going to be relying on those tanks in the high ground. Looks like to deal a little bit more of that protection. There's the missile turret lying there in the main.
All right. Well.
Still no pressure. He's got a lot of bio out on the map, but he's being very patient with this. TY is. Meanwhile, GuMiho going for his own drop down towards the bottom left here. Probably Hellbats.
Oh, we're going to see 2 double drops, actually. Oh, one's going to get caught out by the bio there, but not really enough bio to intercept this unless GuMiho's not paying attention. Oh, man. Completely whiffing it. Big mistake there.
That keeps one of them alive, but he lost a lot.
Oh, I love that he's taking a 4th base, by the way, even though it's about to get dropped. TY definitely taking advantage of the fact that it is mech against bio, and he does have complete map control for some time longer.
GuMiho sees that, but that's not where the damage is. He wants to go for this giant mineral line, but a really nice pull. Maybe only going to be able to get this missile turret.
Yeah, by the looks of things, that's it. All the bio coming on back end. All the reinforcements. And it should be an easy cleanup.
Nice little pickup there. Saves some of those Hellbats, just one of them.
Still GuMiho stuck on 2 bases right now, just making that tank force, making the army big enough so he can move out comfortably to a 3rd. But this isn't a very...
What was that?
Not sure. But this is... I'm not sure. I have no idea. I'm not sure exactly how GuMiho is going to do this because we do see TY getting so far ahead with economy with this 4th base going down. He's going to start to move out now.
I guess the idea for GuMiho is make the CCs, but don't land them just yet, and then eventually take them, but it only lasts so long.
I do like this medivac count right now. That is a dangerous amount of medivacs for these Hellbat drops. But TY has been waiting for this moment for him to move out for some time now. He's got these armies in position. He's looking for a counterattack or even sniping that CC. Just out of range of it, though, to see it come down. There, he sees it now.
TY's looking to bait this mech army up towards the left. He's coming in and towards the right. Maybe go for a surround. Maybe go for some damage there in the natural.
Here we go. He's actually looking for the tanks behind. A bit of an ambitious play there. Same time trying to snipe the CC, but there's still 4 tanks set up.
Yeah. Notice how TY is actually making a little transition into mech himself. Maybe just a bunch of tanks. Once you get 4 bases up and all that gas, I suppose you can't afford it. So why not?
Yeah, it's going to help out. You know, bio tank, not the worst against mech. It's going to help you out, tank battles and whatnot. I think the biggest problem here, though, for TY is going to be, the medivac drops full of Hellbats. It's going to tie up the tanks. It's going to tie up the bio. It's going to kill the bio very quickly if they're not on top of it either.
Yeah, TY is making no commitment to air. He's made one Viking, and that was about it.
That's like one thing that I think is so important in this matchup too, is like, you know, get enough anti-air out. He's kind of compensating that with a lot of turrets, and I like that a lot. But you know, the Viking count at some point makes it a whole lot easier to deal with these medevac drops.
Yeah, especially because you can snipe some medevacs before they even get to your tanks. These missile turrets, you know, they're going to threaten the medevacs, but when you get like 10 medevacs dropping, it's not going to make that much of a difference unless you have like 6 turrets over your tanks.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's not like there's any Thors either. Oh, there's a couple Thors coming out now, but they're so late compared to what's been out in the map already.
Yeah. And also they're coming out for GuMiho. Would love to see TY add some actually, because GuMiho does have a decent Air Force, and he is making some Vikings. Finally, both players actually now committing more to the Vikings.
Yeah, they're getting to that stage of the game where they're nearing max, and like the one thing that could complement their armies more than anything else is those Vikings, so they can take air control, which is going to favor their tanks. Tank fights so important, so hinged on positioning and vision.
Yeah. I love the way TY's playing just from like a strategic RTS point of view, you know? Where he's just like, I'm just going to get more bases into you. I really do not have to pressure you that much. I'm keeping tabs on the fact that you have no 4th base. So I'm just going to get farther and farther ahead. Back at home, I'm going to power everything up that I'm going to need later on in the game. Already getting his starports. He's going to have 3 of those.
Yep, certainly so. Well, here we go.
And he's setting up like a very light contain here in the middle of the map. Really limiting the amount of movement GuMiho can do here.
Oh man, we actually finally see TY go heavy into the starport, so he wants to get that Viking count out. He wants to have that advantage. Is it a little too late though? We are seeing them kind of posture up, and GuMiho getting very close here. He's getting kind of caught out. He's going to lose a lot of Hellbats at the very least.
That load up save a lot of it, but he loses a medevac. And look at all these tanks. Oh, the bio stimming in from the right side. GuMiho not going to go for it.
Oh, got to keep these Vikings alive there. Can't afford to lose them yet. 4 tanks at a time for TY, so he's going heavily into the mech now.
Here comes the drops of the Hellbats right over the missile turrets. They all get down.
Oh, man.
And a lot of the bio here in the back for TY, really getting bunched up, not doing any damage at all. GuMiho taking a pretty good fight here.
Yeah, and now TY is losing all his medivacs as well. These Vikings are cleaning everything up. GuMiho in a fantastic place. Look at that bank as well.
Oh, man. Now TY pushed back here to his 4th base. It looks like GuMiho not yet able to break that, but he's getting close.
Yeah, he's positioned. He's taken over the middle now. He can go for a 4th base too if he wants it. No, he can. The map is open to him now. You know, the map control is gone at this point. TY is on the back foot. Oh, a little close to the SCVs there. He's got to repair a little bit smarter than that.
Free Thor, because I guess why not? Scan going to go down here. He wants to see exactly what TY has.
Oh, what? Oh, man. I like that. That's cute. Oh, and he put his starports at the front of his 4th or his 3rd base.
Yeah, that's a big deal. This is when you absolutely need a Thor back there towards your tanks to deal with the Vikings in the air. He's just going to use Marines, but it only lasts so long. He's just going to lose one of his starports.
This is not a good place at all, Valdez. GuMiho is taking the supply lead now. He's becoming way more cost efficient. His 3-3 is about to finish as well, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, TY way behind on upgrades.
It's kind of surprising that he did choose to go into mech from here. Like, sure, he got such an economic advantage with that extra base, but his army's just not efficient enough to hold it on, or hold on for now.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the correct upgrades. He's still got like a pretty meek Bioforce with 1-1, but hasn't really found too much damage. He's looking for it now. Scouts once again that GuMiho still hasn't taken a 4th base. May give him a bit of breathing room in his mind, I suppose, where he's like, okay, all I have to do is defend here. But that army of GuMiho looking so scary. 7 Thors and all that air army. It's going to be very hard to break them.
Yeah, that's right. So many more Vikings coming in here. We haven't seen Bio be made for quite some time. So it looks like TY really wants to try and have an even playing field when it comes to army composition. Not enough Vikings either for TY. He's kind of getting overwhelmed right now. So many Thors for GuMiho. He's kind of steamrolling what's left of TY's army.
All the tanks here on the ground. Going to be pushed back. There's not much support. He does have some tanks in the high ground, but here come the drops of the Thors. Straight onto the tanks there. And not much else left over for TY.
Beautifully done here. Oh man, GuMiho just playing a fantastic mech game. Cleaning everything up, and from here, I don't think there's much TY can do. He's hard to supply. He's knocking on the front door. GG.
GuMiho takes the TVT. A very important match there, opening it up now for Departure to possibly end this before we see an ace match.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine Departure taking out Flash?
Do you believe in miracles?
I believe in miracles. Do you like that song too, Velez?
It's from the movie Miracle.
Oh, there's also... You don't know that song? Do you believe in miracles? And he goes, do ya, do ya, do ya.
No, I've never heard that song. You gotta show me later.
That's an old one, mate. Maybe a little bit before your time.
Yeah, I'm still a youngin'. Regardless, GuMiho, man, no one bet on that guy to win that game. His TVT is just...
It's fantastic, but, you know, it's always hit and miss, I feel.
Yeah, very hit and miss.
I feel like TY kind of played into it, going into that hard sort of... He essentially tried to go into mech later in the game. Like, he was still making a little bit of bio on the side, but he invested so much into tanks and Vikings, he might have as well have been.
Yeah, I think just the understanding of the matchup, the winner's like 100% GuMiho there, but TY overall, like maybe the better player, but just not able to execute there in that game. So kind of unfortunate for him and KT, but GuMiho, you know, able to come out and do well in this matchup. That's what they needed him to do.
Now it comes down to Flash versus Departure to keep KT in this match. It's going to be on Echo as well. Does Departure have what it takes to kind of create the biggest